North to nothing. And Williamsville South with a 2nd and 7 at the 17-yard line. Trying to get in again. And Allen back to pass, looking, and he has Cruz.
Oh!
It's deflected away at the last moment.
Beautiful defensive play. I thought it was going to be intercepted.
Number 82 knocked it down. Rolling.
He almost had that ball picked off. Well, one step a little bit sooner, and he would have had that ball picked off and a possible opportunity to run it well upfield. As we'll get to see it again. Nyland trying to throw that again, the offside pass where he's throwing from the tough side, and Cruz was open again, but then the quick recovery by Rowland managed to knock the ball down.
Jamie Rowland, a junior. Last year it was 18-0 South, and North had an interception for a 70-yard touchdown, made a game of it. Medica turns it upfield and is close to the first down.
Let's see if they call a timeout. Yes, they do.
Very well coached team. Immediate timeout with 57 seconds left in the half, and he picked up another first down. Wow, 3rd down and 7, and you run for a first down like that. What's the first down situation out?
11 for Williamsville South and 1 for Williamsville North. Medica in the game unofficially, 11 carries for 53 yards. And this is, as you said, Walt, you really like to see that kind of ball. When you know that something's got to be done, the ball is inbounds, the player is tackled, there's time running out in the first half, nobody hesitates. They run to the official, timeout. Let's use one. We'll get reorganized.
Well, our temperature at game time, fans, is 49 degrees. We have dipped quite a bit since then. We're up in the booth, so it's not that bad, but the crowd really chilly. And this is just the start of it in high school football. Our game of the week next week will be Kenmore West. I believe Ken West in there battling.
First down and 10.
We'll have to check the schedule and make sure we have the right game for you next week.
I think it's Ken East, Ken West.
No, not that one.
Okay.
And Nyland hands off. Medica still battling inside the 5.
Another timeout called as he's inside the 5-yard line, if I'm not mistaken. And down to about the 3.
Ball carry by number 37, Dan Medica.
All right, we have North Tonawanda and Ken West next week.
There you go. That's what I said.
48 seconds left in the half. Appears to the decision to go for it on 4th down has backfired for Williamsville North. They went for it from midfield. Quarterback DeMarco was sacked, and South has taken it right down the field.
The interference penalty hurt him too. Gave up 15 yards.
Now somebody's got themselves a busted nose, number 61. I don't know if it's broke, but it's bleeding. John Switek.
He's smiling.
Handsome young man.
Well, let's see what Chuck Huber's going to do here. 2nd down, 4 yards to go for the score. Does he grind it out? He does not have a timeout left. He has the time for 2 or 3 plays, even without the timeouts.
2nd down and 4.
If his team hurries.
Might be a broken nose there for Switek. 2nd down. Medica fumbled in this situation before. This time he busted right up the gut for the touchdown. Dan Medica. Touchdown number 6. Rushing on the air for Dan. 22 zip.
Well, it caps a 46-yard drive. We're going to get a look at it. As you see number 47 on your screen, he'll take the handoff on the replay. And he'll just bust it up the middle. Takes a hit, but he was in the end zone. And still Pyle drives his way through.
Durago tried for extra point. And the kick is drilled.
No good.
It's no good. Off to the left. Boy, you got a lot of leg in that, but missed the kick. So with 44 seconds left in the first half, Williamsville South 22 and Williamsville North nothing.
Well, 44 seconds to go for North. They're talking to Dave DeMarco on the sideline, Lou Martini along with his assistants, giving him some instructions after this kickoff on what they'd like to do. North needs to get some good field position, then maybe throw a couple up
You get the impression, Frank, in this first half that North should not be down by this many points at halftime. You don't?
No, I don't. I said last week I thought the Billies are a powerhouse, and just proving it again tonight.
Let's see. Let's check that Williamsville South schedule, too, and see who's coming up in their schedule. You might want to watch one of their games. They certainly have a good enough team to go out and watch. They're a powerhouse, in fact. One of the reasons why they're rated number 1. The big schools getting set for the kickoff.
Short kick.
And a short one picked up there by number 17. A good return. And North will have excellent field position. Rick Antonio on the return.
Rick Antonio.
Out to the 45-yard line. So with 36 seconds to go on the clock, they will get an opportunity to throw some passes.
South next week. Ooh, this will be a tough one. They're at Frontier. And the Falcons have a pretty good football team. It's a 2 o'clock game. And then they're at Iroquois the following week on the 13th. Prevent defense in. Bills fans used to love this one. And DeMarco throws it over the middle. It's broken up. Pass intended there for
play there.
Bob Lucky. Well, the official had his back to her, never saw it.
Yeah, he kept it. Oh, no problem. DeMarco 2 for 8 in the passing department for 18 yards total. Has not suffered an interception, though. 8 seconds left on the clock. They'll have time for one more play.
Next 2 weeks are the big games for Williamsville South, playing at Frontier and at Iroquois. And they're both good football squads. The Falcons of Frontier and the Iroquois team. Iroquois beat Cheektowaga already this year. They have to have a good football team. DeMarco fires it, man wide open. It's caught. And falling to the ground, the tight end, David Vaneski. And the first half comes to a close. So the score at the end of the first half, Williamsville South in command, leading Williamsville North 22-0. Here is how the scoring went in the first half. South got on the board first, a 36-yard pass, David Nyland to Pete Durago. The extra point was good, and it was a tremendous pass by Nyland, escaping out of the pass rush drive of 39 yards. Then a safety, Ostroff, tackled the quarterback. DeMarco in the end zone, made it 9-0 at the last play of the first quarter. In the second quarter, a 25-yard pass to Durago again, capped off a 53-yard drive. Nyland on the pass play, the extra point good by Durago again, and that made it at that point a score of 16-0. Late in the first half, Danny Medica picked up his 6th touchdown rush of the year. 6 touchdown rushing, a 46-yard drive, capped off by Dan Medica's 4-yard run, and it made it 22-0. And Durago missed the extra point wide left. So the score at the end of one half, 22-0. Now let's check out the first half stats.
And we're going to look at the first half stats in a moment as we look at the Williamsville North Spartan cheerleaders. This is a home game for their team. And they've got a lot of spectators in attendance here at Williamsville South Field. And as we get prepared for those first half stats, remind you again, it's 22-0 score. There's the first downs, Williamsville South 11, Williamsville North 1. Yards running, 95 for South, 36 for North. Total domination in the passing department by Williamsville South along with David Nyland. And there's the totals and the turnovers, 1 for each team. So it's a 22-0 halftime score. And they've got a long, long way to go to catch up.
Yes, they do. First half, David Nyland, 4 out of 8 passing, 2 touchdown passes. Durago caught 2 balls for 61 yards, 2 touchdown catches. Frank Cruz had 3 catches for 43 yards. And in the rushing department, again, they're led by Dan Medica, headed for another 100-yard game. He had 63 yards rushing on 13 carries. About the only bright spot was David Muscarella, 21 yards and 6 carries for the Williamsville North team. Their defense did pretty well, but they had South in their territory the entire first half. We'll be back with the second half kickoff. The score at halftime, Williamsville South 22 and Williamsville North nothing.
Evenings when Paul McGuire interviews your favorite former and current pro athletes. So tune in every Tuesday and Wednesday evenings on International Cable Channel 10 for Sportsline.
Big crowd on hand, just filing in from the far side of the stadium, still coming into the seats at halftime, going for refreshments here and whatnot. You can see them there with the signs. They're starting to fill up the stands. Big crowd coming in, and North will be kicking off the second half. South receiving. Williamsville South in total command of the game, leading 22-0, and Frank field position has been a big factor.
Yes, that's correct.
And the field position has favored Williamsville South.
Well, we'll run down from the opening point in the game when Williamsville South first had their first drive start. They started at the North 39. They started the next one was the North 41. The next was North 36-yard line. That resulted in 2 touchdowns. Then they started their own 47, and then the North 46. They have not been inside their own 45-yard line to start a drive. Wow. They've just been unbelievable.
And Williamsville North has had poor field position. Richie Newman set to kick off for North to start the second half. And he gets an excellent kick away. Pat Irving at the 10, 15, 20, and out to the 25, across the 30, and spins to the 31 or 32-yard line. So not bad field position. Call it adequate field position to start off for Williamsville South. Let's take a look at their offense to start the second half. They'll start with David Nyland. Again, the quarterback. Excellent first half for Dave. 4 for 8 passing, good for 2 touchdowns. In the backfield, Lee Davis, number 33, and Dan Medica, number 47. Peter Durago, the split end number 1. Frank Cruz, the flanker, number 18. The tight end is Don Dillon. Brian Shenley, the center. First play from scrimmage, and not much there for Davis, the fullback.
Oh, I think that was Medica,
and
he managed to bounce out to about the 35, 39-yard line, close to the 40.
All right, a gain of 5 yards for Medica. I'm looking at the line play and missed that one. Brian Shenley, the center. Joe Sheffield and Larry Lucci, the guards. Phil Golden and Andy Utz, the starting tackles. A big offensive line headed by Brian Shenley, 225-pound center. 2nd and 5, and Davis is caught short of the first down. He lost a yard or so as he was thrown back there. The tackle by number 15, Max Kozauer. A change. Max starting on defense. In the second half. Matt did not start the first half. Kozauer. So a nice stick there by Matt Kozauer will tell you that it is 3rd down and 2. South running it 3rd and 2. And a give to Medica, and he bowled his way for the first down. They had him stopped, and he ran right over number 41 there, Scott Dorfman, and just got enough for the first down.
Well, Medica unofficially now 15 carries for 71 yards. He had an outstanding performance last week against Lackawanna. Picked up 128 yards and 22 carries. That was the official totals. So he's just having another fine year after gaining almost 900 yards last year.
Well, they have really switched up their secondary. Rollins in there starting, along with Podlucky and McDowell, as they were beaten up in that secondary. And Nyland is sacked. Here's the big hit, number 60, Mark Means, a 6-foot, 190-pound senior.
Well, we've got him for 2 sacks now. He was sacked in the first half for a loss of 7, loses 5 on this one. So finally, the Spartan defense starting to come alive.
Not too happy, I guess, Lou Martini with his defensive play in the secondary. Switched it up quite a bit. Start the second half. Nyland, fake to Davis. Option. Nyland keeps it himself. And now pitches to Medica. And he has the first down and more inside the 40 to the 35. That's perfection. Ran the option down the line, Frank. Drew the defense away from Davis, kept it himself. All the time looked back to Medica and pitched it at the last moment.
And I'll tell you, I think Nyland was beyond the line of scrimmage. It was his gain of about 3 yards before he pitched that ball back.
Oh, absolutely.
So Medica will get credit for the play, but Nyland did a heck of a lot just hang on to that ball till the very last possible moment, allowing Medica to pick up 27 yards.
Well, on a play like that, you have to give Nyland the first 3. It's actually two ball carriers get credit for the yardage. And a fumble in the backfield. A miscue. Medica's second fumble. I could not tell if it was the handoff or if Medica just dropped it. Lost the yard. Riley in on the stop. Bob Riley. Williamsville South moving the football once again. 8:45 and the clock running here in the third quarter. They have opened up a commanding 22-0 lead at halftime and looking to add to that. They have made big plays. Nyland, and he's going to pitch again to Medica, sweeping right. This time he's hit and dropped for a loss. Outstanding defensive play by number 42, Brian Kubera. And Matty Kozauer.
Unofficially now we have Medica 94 yards and 17 carries.
That's Max Kozauer.
3rd down and 12.
And they met that play well defensively and stopped it for a yard loss. 3rd and 12. That's 2 consecutive minus plays for Medica. That's not in his repertoire, Frank. Unusual. 3rd and long. Nyland. Blitz is on. He's being chased. Boy, he does it again. Gets away. Throws. And it's dropped. Off the hands of the intended receiver, Durago.
Number 49 on the defense for Williamsville North. Just got a hand on it to tip it slightly out of the hands of Durago. Pat Podlucky. But Durago still was able to get his hands on the ball and almost came up with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
Did he tip it, Frank? Looked like it still was catchable. And our first punting situation for Williamsville South. And they send back Mr. Everything, Peter Durago.
4th down and 12.
Nobody back to receive the kick. They don't think they're going to kick it, but they will. The 22-0 lead. Now they send somebody back. They fake it. Durago throws, and it is caught.
Not enough.
By Ostroff, but he'll be well short of the first down yardage.
Pass complete to number 30.
North has held.
Ostroff.
Durago shows that he's got a good arm himself.
1st down and 10, North ball.
Peter looked a little like the snake there.
Got 10, they needed 12.
Well, maybe South doesn't punt the ball. We've seen them fake it last week, too, against Lackawanna.
Every team punts the ball.
Well, not the home team. You know who I'm talking about, the big team. 7:25 left in the third quarter. And the same quarterback in. A loss. Gain of nothing. Possible loss of a yard for Muscarella.
By number 33, Dave Muscarella.
We have Dave DeMarco, the senior quarterback. What were the numbers on him, Frank, in the first half, starting again the second half?
Well, DeMarco in the passing department, 3 completions and 9 attempts for 22 yards.
Julius Moore is the fullback, 23. Tailback Dave Muscarella. Flanker, Ron McDowell. Split end, Rich Newman had 1 big catch. Tight end, David Vaneski. Scott Evans, the center. Ellis and Switek are the guards. And Brandon and Mark Maines are the tackles. DeMarco goes back to pass, threw it behind the intended receiver, who made a great catch and has a first down, Rich Newman. That was a tough catch.
3rd catch of the day for Newman, and now he's got 3 catches for 32 yards, another first down. That's the second of the ball game for Williamsville North.
Far and few between for the Spartans, and the crowd loved that. That is only their second first down of the game, and Mr. Newman has been responsible for both. Newman, Rich Newman out to the left. The Williamsville South defense has not allowed a point against their defensive unit this year. They've given up 6, and that was a touchdown return on a kickoff. And here is a big hole for Muscarella. Good block. First down and inside for 45 to the 43. That's the big run.
Ball carried by number 33, Dave Muscarella. Tackle by number 50.
3rd first down now. They've got something going here with 6:05 to go in the third quarter. It was a beautiful move, too, as the defensive man was just waiting to throw the blocker to the ground. The blocker just held his position. And the runner, we're going to look at it again, as you'll see, DeMarco on the give. And just watch the move as he sets himself up here. Just ducks inside, and then right outside, number 41 didn't even come close to touching him.
All right, from the 43-yard line, DeMarco gives to Muscarella. He's hit behind the line of scrimmage and dragged down for a loss. Number 75 in there quickly, Paul Hendricks.
Tackled by number 75, Paul Hendricks.
Looks like we still got the starters in there
Oh, yeah. 2nd and 12.
for Williamsville
Second
South.
down and 12.
This unit, as we mentioned, Frank, has not allowed a point this year. And they don't really allow too much. North has moved the ball for 2 first downs. It's the best they've moved the ball in the game on this drive. Dave DeMarco, 2nd and 12 from the 45. David goes back to pass. He has good protection, whips it out here, caught. Good stick.
Cruz again.
Gain of 2 for number 81, Vaneski.
Number 81, David Vaneski, tackled by number 18.
Vaneski had the same problem in the first half. The ball in his hands, and he was just wrapped pretty hard. This time he was able to hang on, but just a short gain of 2 yards. They gained back the lost yardage.
Very quick third quarter. Each team has had the ball once. It's 4:40 and the clock moving. Third and 10 from the 43-yard line. DeMarco has his favorite receiver out here split out. Rich Newman to the left. He goes back to pass. He looks deep towards Newman. He's wide open, and he catches it inside the 10.
He's down near the goal line. Looks like about the 1 to 2 yard line. They beat Cruz that time. Newman with a great catch.
First down and 10.
Well, he looked left, he threw left, and Richie Newman did it all. What a great pass.
Beautifully thrown ball down to about the 1 or 2 yard line. They'll get an opportunity to score. And he was so wide open, Walt, it was unbelievable. And the frozen rope for DeMarco. Watch him set up and throw that ball downfield. Straight back, good fake, and he just launches it. And watch Newman. Look at how wide open he is. And if he had been just on stride, he'd have walked into the end zone easily.
Now we'll look for Muscarella here. DeMarco, hands under center, and here goes Muscarella, nothing. Hit and drop right at the 1. 2nd down and goal. It's not going to be easy, Frank.
Well, They got to really punch it in there. They've got to get some quick holes opened up there because the defensive line is very big up there now. They've sent in the big players, and the linebackers are hitters.
Now, Cruz went for the fake on that long pass. But you have to give Cruz a little credit, too. Although beaten badly, he made the tackle without giving up the touchdown from behind.
Still haven't scored.
That's right. Now, let's see if they give it to the junior, Julius Moore. DeMarco might take it himself, the quarterback in the I formation. He has Moore and Muscarella in the backfield. He's going to pass. He throws out here, and it's too high. Intended for McDowell.
Well, after completing 4 in a row, 3 in the second half, that's his first incompletion for DeMarco, and he just led the receiver a little bit too much. McDowell didn't even have himself turned around when the ball was in his fingertips.
I don't like that call. You're inside the 1. It's got 4 cracks at it. You run on first, run it 4 times. Now they're down to third down play. And McDowell comes out to the right. They tried to fool him. They go into pro formation this time. And it's a quick pop up the middle. Touchdown, Julius Moore.
Look at the North bench. They're happy.
Still in this ball game, folks. It's 22-6. And if they can get a 2-point conversion, we've got a ball game.
Well, the first point scored against the defense out there. We're going to get a chance to see it. It's going to be Moore. He's going to be on your screen. Just take the handoff to the left and barrel right through for the score. Julius Moore on a 1-yard plunge for the touchdown, and that caps a long drive.
Now they're going to go for a 1 point. And the place kick is perfect. Have to get who tried that extra point. It's number 30. We don't have a 30 listed.
73-yard touchdown drive, and it brings the crowd to life.
Great drive by Williamsville North against the first points given up by the South defense all year. And it was Julius Moore.
Please keep the aisles clear.
Dove over from the 1. Frank, who is number 30, their place kicker? We're trying to figure that out.
You don't know.
Well, we don't have him listed on the roster. We had Rich Newman.
Andy Cohen.
It's Andy Cohen, number 30. He's listed as 20. Andy Cohen. Sorry about that, Andy. Well, they changed his uniform on us. Andy goes out now. There he is, number 30, Andy Cohen. Andy Cohen is a senior, 5'11", 160. Also plays a little bit of defensive back. Well, they came out to start the second half, and Lou Martini shook up his secondary, and it worked. They stopped South, and Frank, I'm very impressed with the way they came and put that ball downfield.
Well, the big play was a long pass to Newman, 40 yards.
Andy Cohen, and he gets up a high, short kick, taken at the 15 by number 41, Gary McLeod, and McLeod still on his feet, barreling up. Excellent return. His game tackled and pushed back as he almost reached the 45-yard line. Thereabouts.
42-yard line where they'll start. They have good field position once again. 3:05 to go on the clock in this third quarter. 15-point difference.
The field position that South has had has absolutely killed the Williamsville North. Any chance of them really being in contention in this game until our last touchdown. They're just starting up the field almost every time they pass their own 40. David Nyland back to pass, hands off to Medica, and Medica cuts it inside. We've got a holding call or a clip coming up against South, and that's going to push them back.
Yep, number 57 was the player who had the infraction committed against him for Williamsville North. And that young man fired up out there. One of the captains of the team is Scott Evans.
Frank, what about the field position? Let's run that down again. What's the worst field position they started at?
For Williamsville South, it was the second half kickoff. They started to throw on 32.
Unbelievable field position. They've had the ball, what, 7 times and started 4 times in North Territory?
Yes.
Wow.
Big penalty pushes them way back.
That is really a tall order to stop an offense like Nyland passing and Medica running when they're starting in your own territory.
And if we want to take a look at that run back, sure, we'll take a look at the run back if we can get it before this play gets off. And we'll hold on.
I'll have it for you in a moment. They are pushed way back. And a fake by Nyland to Davis. He's rolling left.
Durago's way upfield.
And he throws it. It's caught by Durago for a first down. He was wide open. Inside the 40-yard line. And there looks like there might be a flag, or is that a piece of paper? It is a piece of paper. No flag on the play.
First down and 10.
Now that was a long one.
37-yard completion to Durago. Another first down. He was wide open.
He's wide open, but I want to tell you, folks, there's probably only one quarterback in Western New York that can get the ball downfield like that.
Again, throwing, running to his left and throwing right-handed.
To the right he's rolling. And he sets up. He throws a long one to Durago. It's almost picked off by Podlucky. Nice defensive effort by Pat Podlucky.
Pass incomplete.
That's right. He should have made that interception, Pat, but made a good defensive play anyway. That ball hung up a little bit. Well, let's see. That was to the goal line, and the ball is spotted down the line of scrimmage.
The ball is currently at the 37-yard line.
37. He was 47 and brought a 47-yard toss in the air, the last one. Throws an excellent spiral. But I think South playing into the hands of North throwing here. His clock's not running much, 2:05 left. And here goes Medica. Medica rips it upfield, and he carries Spartans with them near first down. Kid's got tremendous strength for his size. He's not that big. 5'9" and 168. Gain 9.
Now we'll take a look at Dan Medica carrying those defensive backs with him as he moves upfield. Just take the handoff a little deep in the backfield. Gives Medica a chance to take a look. There you see it. And just burling through. Now watch him just drag players with him. 9-yard pickup. Unofficially 103 yards for Dan Medica in 18 carries.
Sloppy tackling there by the Spartans. Should have been stopped after about a 4 or 5 yard gain. 3rd and short. You never know what they're going to do here. They go to Medica. He's got the first down. Runs it right up the middle. He just follows the horse, Shenley, the center.
15 first downs for Williamsville South.
Ball carried by number 37.
Shenley goes 6'3" and 225, the center.
It's a big center.
It's the guy to follow.